welcome. This is your boy, Travis Lytle Jr. And I am super excited to be before you all this evening rather, coming to you all live with Millennials That Pray. Have y'all missed me? Hello, I want y'all to go ahead and do me a favor. I want y'all to share this on your page. Share this on your page. Tag someone. Let someone know that they cannot miss this word. Let them know that they cannot miss this motivation. Let them know that they definitely want to be right here. I know a lot of you all have been following the things that have been going on with Millennials That Pray. I thank you. It was a blessing. The Lord dropped it in my spirit last year, in May of last year, to really start a movement that allowed more people to be able to experience God's presence. And I am just grateful that God has given me this assignment, and I know I'm obligated to be able to pour out my heart through and God to be able to speak through me to you all. And so I want you all to definitely buckle your seatbelts. I'm not going to be long before you all this evening, but I want to talk. So many times we let so many things happen in our lives that could really, really benefit us. But we let those things, those trials and tribulations, we let those things stop us. So I want you all to affirm this evening that you're going to own it. If you're going to own it, go ahead. And if you receive that, go ahead and put it in the comment section. Own it. I am going to own it. Proverbs, you all, 9:12 says this right here. And I'm reading from the English easy to read version. It says, if you become wise, it will be for your own good. Follow me. If you become wise, it will be for your own good. If you are rude and show no respect, you are the one who will suffer. Let me repeat that. Proverbs 9:12 says, if you become wise, it will be for your own good. If you are rude and show no respect, you are the one who will suffer. So I want you all to seek out better and you will be all right. I want you to seek out better results. Do not, because if you seek out disrespect, you'll receive nothing good in return, most likely. But either way, you have to do what? You got to own it, okay? Because we have a life that we live. You got to own it. Every decision that you make, you have to own it, okay? Now that I've kind of mentioned what the Bible speaks on, when it talks about wise, when you make a wise decision, what you will receive if you own it. If you make a bad decision, what you will receive if you own it. Let's talk about, I want you to ask yourself what it is that you want. What it is that you want, Marie. What it is that you want, Anita. What is it that you want? Do you want to be successful, right? Because you see the caption that I preface this broadcast to be, do you want to be successful? Because success, you all, let me tell you what success, I'm going to break this down. Success is something that we all want to attain. I know a lot of you all dream about being able to drive the expensive cars and be able to live in a lavish house, your dream home. It's a station of life that we all dream about, right? You imagine. And if you're not imagining the dream lifestyle, you need to do more big picture thinking, right? But besides that, who doesn't want to be successful and powerful? Who doesn't? To attain this success, you all, though, in life and whatever you dream to accomplish, you must realize that to increase your chances, it all comes down to you and the principles that you have set forth for you to follow. That's in order for your dream to come to reality. There's principles. Did you know that in life, in everything in life, it's all rooted around principles? Did you know that? So principles are key when trying to be successful. I'm going to give you some good nuggets. I hope you're taking some notes. Write it down wherever you got to write it down. But think about it like this. If success was very easy. Now, if it was easy for me to be successful, if it was easy for you to be successful, Shatera, everyone would experience it. But it wouldn't be special whatsoever. Success wouldn't be something that people are yearning to be. Right? To be successful. People wouldn't even want to go after success if it was easy. You wouldn't be the unique person that God created you to be if you had it easy. Opportunity allows you to have the favor that prepares you to be better than what you are today. Luck happens when hard work, when you put in the hard work. Nothing, there's no just by chance I was blessed. No, because you were in your word. You had a relationship with God. You're favored, right? You got favor over your life. You're anointed. That's when great things happen. And success happen when you give it your absolute all, when you're putting in the work. You're relentless. So what is one principle? I'm going to give you one principle that I absolutely believe. And I know if you follow this principle and you live by this one principle, this is just one of the principles. This is not the only principle. This is one of the principles that you have to follow to be successful. Okay? One principle that I'm going to give you is doing what you love to do. Do what you love. Robert, do what you love, Shatera. Do what you love, Marie. Do what you love, John. Nana, do what you love. Because if you do what you love, we wouldn't be stressing, right? We stress this over and over and over again. You know, some people say money should never be your end goal. It should never be your end destination because sometimes money doesn't make you happy. And some people have a different definition of what money can do for them, right? But it may not be your end goal or your motivation, but it really has to be greater than that. Why does it has to be greater than that? You can't just say, well, if I had enough money, I will be doing what I love to do. No, you got to think about something bigger than money, right? Because when you get the money, then what? What's going to happen? What's next? I'm going to tell you what is going to allow you to do what you love to do. That is your purpose. And what you become in this world. That is your purpose and what you become in this world. Hence my brand, One Life on Purpose. Because I truly believe if you all are taking advantage of the one life that you have been blessed with, and you're owning every decision that you make, you absolutely own it. You're going to be walking in your purpose. Because you'll be fulfilled. You'll know that, hey, this is the ultimate goal. And that should be the ultimate goal, doing what you love to do. So doing what you love to do will allow you to give it it will allow you to give it your all and keep you excited while doing it. You'll be waking up every day like, man, I'm ready to go out there and make it happen. Why am I excited to at least go out there and work my job? Because I'm fulfilling my purpose. I love helping people. Why wouldn't I be in the hospitality industry? Right? I love helping people. Why wouldn't I see a problem and I figure out the solution and I become an entrepreneur? Right? Right? So find something that you enjoy doing and find your purpose and use your passion to propel you forward to walk in your purpose, walk in your passions, right? To fuel you. Like, you know, not only do I like helping people, I especially love helping millennials, helping them live a grand lifestyle, to be able to see the world, to be able to travel, right? To be able to set goals and achieve their goals, to be able to help them take care of their body and to be able to love their body, love themselves, to help them be confident and freely express themselves by, you know, having something across their chest and knowing that this is what they have owned. Yes, I'm unapologetic. Right? And lastly, being able to help millennials consult, guide, and, you know, coach them down the path of success at a young age. To let them know that you can have it all at a young age. That you can think big, you can dream big, you can have a lot at a young age. Ultimately, I want to help millennials better know when you are walking your purpose, you are going to be that high performing achiever. So that's my purpose. To help people, not just helping people, but helping millennials, helping young adults, 18 to 20 something years old, helping anyone really, but millennials especially, because I know what I was able to do at a young age. I'm only 22 years old, but I know with me having 2 degrees and being able to accomplish all the things that I've been able to accomplish, that was not just by luck. That's because I've walked in my purpose. And let nothing hold me back. And I'll be honest, you can't just follow that principle, but not have standards and expectations for yourself. So I'm going to ask you all, Marie, Shatera, what are your expectations for yourself? What are your standards? What do you have? What standards do you have for yourself? What expectations do you have for yourself? For me, I'm going to give you some of the expectations and standards that I have. Because I expect, you know, For me, I have high standards, yes, and I expect nothing but the best and nothing but big things to happen for myself. Of course, I want to wake up every day and follow my morning routine. I want to give back to help someone else that wasn't even expecting me to help them, but I want to help them do a good deed. Of course, I want to do those things. But let me be specific on what my standards, my high standards are. One of them is I always think big and never settle for average. I always say, if I see someone else that became a millionaire at 22, well, if they did at 22, why can't I do it by 25, 30 years old? Right? It's going to require hard work, but that's a standard. I don't want to be average. Another standard that I have for myself is I am very disciplined, right? I don't say I want something and don't put any action behind it. And if I say I want something, I'm going to be relentless and I'm going to do whatever it takes, not let nothing get in my way of me receiving it. It's having directive steps and having action steps to follow to make sure I get what I want. That's because I'm very disciplined. Another thing the high standard that I have, I don't like to fail. Right? I am not afraid of failing, but I don't want to miss out on objectives. When I miss out on objectives, it hurts me because I have high standards. Right? Follow me. Maybe you have some of these similar standards, but you got to figure out what your standards are. I'm helping you. Follow this. I am hard on myself when I make a mistake. I didn't say I don't like making mistakes, but I know that no one is perfect, but I want to learn what to do so I can do it right the first time. And I want to see it as a part of me always learning, and I'm always growing, being a lifelong learner. I have a standard of saying, man, I don't want to make mistakes. I know I will make mistakes that I will live and learn from, but I don't want to. I have high standards. I don't also, a lot of times I downplay my success, right? I downplay my success because I'm very humble. Like I don't have to talk about my accolades to show my worth. You'll catch that on the way home. Also, I sometimes find it hard to receive compliments. Now I'm just saying, look, it is what it is. But I've always found it hard to receive compliments and usually don't like to talk about my accomplishments and the things I've been able to accomplish because I don't like to brag or boast about my successes because I know everything that I have been able to accomplish and do is because God gets all the glory. God gets all the honor. God gets all the praise. But I realized one thing is for sure, even though I don't like to talk about and I downplay my success, it's something I need to share. Right? Because I realize it's totally fine to be unapologetic about my success because my success is going to be what's going to help someone else grow. What's going to help someone else, be able to live their life unapologetic and be able to do more and have more. Right? So it's a part, me sharing my successes and my accomplishments is because of my testimony and story that can help someone else. I have high standards. I overthink things a lot. I often wonder what can I do more of, or how can I help more people, right? And if I ever receive negative feedback, I receive the negative feedback well, I take it in, but I'm like, dang, what did I mess up on? Why did they have to give me a negative feedback? I tend to beat myself up because I have high standards. I want to always do better. I never want to just rattle for what has already been, go on about what already has been accomplished. I want to see what I can constantly improve upon, what I can do more of. How can I help myself? How can I walk in my purpose? And how can I improve at what I am gifted and what I'm called to do? How can I improve upon that? Right? I have high standards. I do more also for others than I do for myself. I am always, I tend to wonder, why do I always do this? I always am there trying to make myself open, available, and ready to help someone else more than sometimes I'm trying to help myself. And it's sometimes hard for me to find the balance of me putting myself first. But then I realized the hard way, I had to realize the hard way, that we got to be sometimes a little selfish. Take heed to this. Sometimes you got to be a little selfish at times to get things done for yourself. Then if you can help someone else later, then you go do that. But you may have to be selfish and make sure, look, ask yourself, are your bills paid? While you worried about somebody else's bills, helping them pay their bills, are your bills paid? It's nothing wrong with giving and helping people, but you got to make sure you take care of yourself because God wants you to be a good steward of what he has already given you. And if you are not keep being a good steward of what God has given you, you cannot expect him to give you more than what you already have. I have high standards. I push myself. I push myself. I push myself as hard as I can, to work as hard as I can. I have big goals. And I put additional pressure on myself, and I realize that, and I'm working long hours. I'm not afraid to sacrifice my parents, some of my accountability partners, my aunt Keisha, my nana, my papa, my parents, and some other people that's close to me. They're like, man, they talk about it all the time. Like, you got to rest, right? You got to give yourself rest. But it's hard. I had to learn the hard way, because we all need to be we all need rest. We all need to be rejuvenated. We all need to be refreshed, right? But I have high standards. Another thing, I always have new things that I want to do or to create. Creative ideas always are flowing effortlessly. I'm always evolving, trying to keep someone else, make sure they're on their toe, making sure, like myself, that I'm alive and I'm feeling like I'm legit making progress. That right there, why I'm so hard on myself, and I'm always wanting to do or create new things, is because I have high standards, right? So it's okay to have high standards, but I want you all to know that you got to have a healthy sense of balance between having high standards and, taking care, being in service of yourself, taking care of yourself, and also being in service of others. And then you will feel comfortable owning it. What are we talking about? How are you going to own it? You got to own it. OWNIT. OWNIT, own it. And I want to continue our conversation. I'm going to give you three tips. Okay? To continue our conversation, I want you to know, what is it that you really absolutely need to be able to be successful and to be able to easily own it? Write these 3 things down. If you want to be successful, if you really want to be successful and be able to easily follow principles and be able to uphold the high standards and uphold the expectations you have for yourself, then it's imperative that you right now, number 1, change your thoughts. You got to, number 1, change your thoughts, which will in the result help you be able to, it would affect your mindset. When you change your thoughts, it would affect your mindset. Then number 2, you got to change your choices, right? You got to own your choices, but you got to change. Sometimes y'all make the wrong choice. You're letting someone else continue to hurt you when you know you don't want to experience that pain no more. Why? You got to change your choices. Then number 3, you got to change your daily routine. Some of you are wondering why you're not productive, why you're not getting things done, because you don't have no routine. We're waking up hoping and wishing things just miraculously happen. It's not going to happen that way. You got to change your daily routine. You got to have a routine. What is your morning routine? I talked about this in my story and my page yesterday. What is your day? Be more upbeat. You'll be more motivated. You'll be less discouraged. You'll be less stressed. I promise you. Number 1, change your thoughts, change your choices, change your daily routine. You do those 3 things, I promise you, you will miraculously just start happening for you, miracle signs and wonders, because you first worked on you. And in result of you changing your thoughts, your choices and your daily routine, you'll be a better human. Can you imagine what if everyone did those 3 things, what the world would be? If we had a world of better humans, when people were positive. No matter what in life you got to though realize this as well. You got to be more in tune with yourself. You got to be more in tune with yourself. No matter what, if you don't want to go to class, if you're not feeling like going to class, don't go to class. But guess what? You have to own that decision that you made, and just know that you may have to deal with the negative consequence of not going to class. You're not feeling good, but don't go to work. Own it. Own that decision you make, TJ. You got to make that decision and own it. Own up. That's why I'm not telling you something that I haven't done myself that I know has not helped me. When I have owned every decision that I have decided to make, that's when I was able to prepare for it. That's when I was able to do more for other people and help more people and be beneficial to other people. Don't do it because someone else is telling you to do it. We're not meant to be all the same. We're placed on this earth to be unique. We're all different. We all have different gifts. So walk in your gifts. Matthew 5:13, it says this right here. You are the salt of the earth. But if the salt loses its taste, it cannot be salty again. Salt is useless if it loses its salty taste. It will be thrown out where people will just walk on it. So you got to make sure that you are being unique. You're walking in your gifts. You're walking in your purpose. You're fulfilling your passions. You're living your one life on purpose because you will make sure that your life will just be like a beautiful masterpiece. It's not going to always be easy, but it will be own every decision that you make and walk upright as the man or woman that you know you've called to be. Be okay with being different. Be okay with owning it. And I promise you all, this is the way that you're going to be able to live your one life on purpose. Don't forget, you all, to follow One Life on Purpose, the number one life on purpose. You can follow and follow the journey, be a part of the community on Instagram, and on Facebook. You know, you can do all that and go to www.onelifeonpurpose.com for more information, you all. I'm super excited about being able to just share each week something from my heart, like I've been able to share this message with you all about just owning it. And I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. I want you to be a part of the community. I want you to follow the journey. I want you to live your one life on purpose because you've been blessed with one life. And how are you going to live it? Hope you live it on purpose. All right. Brought to you by One Life on Purpose. Going to conclude today's episode. I see you all next week for a better message. Be blessed. Take care. And just know that God loves you. I love you too as well. There's nothing you can do about it. And I'm the Millennial Motivator. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Share this message. Share.